Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my channel. It is me, Deann, and I am back today with another video. Now, ladies and gentlemen, as you can tell by the title of this video, it has been a minute. I have not done one of these videos in a while, and I just want to give you an update on a few things that is going on in my world. But before I do, let me pour myself a drink. And when I'm talking about drink, I am not talking about alcohol. I am talking about Starbucks. It just got here. I do not put ice in my drink anymore because they be putting in like all this ice and a little bit of product. And this is expensive, this size here, Trenta. All right, so let's see. Okay, tastes good, I like it. So in this video, I am going to hit on 3 topics: my love life, updates, and changes to my airline. So without further ado, here we go. So my love life is pretty much non-existent. I do date from time to time, but for some reason, these men just don't work out. Now, you guys know I did transfer to Atlanta in August of 2022. When I got there, there were 2 men that I met in November. One was a police officer and the other one was a guy that worked for the city of College Park. So me and the officer, we were whispering, talking, dating, mating, but it didn't work out. So me and this other guy, all we did was FaceTime and text. And then when he was comfortable, he eventually invited me over to his house, and then I started staying at night. But after a few months, he just was not consistent with his communication. So he texted me one day and I said, hey, let's talk on FaceTime. Y'all, on FaceTime, I basically gave him that TI line. I don't want to see you, talk to you, kick it with you, skate with you, nothing, man. Get off my porch. That was in March before my birthday. I want to say after Cinco de Mayo, he reaches back out. I miss you, I'm sorry, blah, blah, blah. So we try again. So from May of 2023 until this year, we were still dealing with each other. He was being consistent with the communication, still no dates, but that's okay. But he did that disappearing act again. So I told him, hey, it's 2024. I see you're still doing the same things that you were doing before that led to me cutting you off. I am not going to allow you to treat me as an option when I treat you as a priority. My mother taught me that, and may she rest in peace. She always told me not to put all my eggs in one basket. He tells me he has commitment issues because I met him on a dating app. So in his profile for relationship, he put long-term open to short. The long term was first. His profile did not scream he had commitment issues. So he goes on and he's giving me examples of how his past relationships, he had trust issues and women burned him for money and all these things. And I'm telling him, baby, what does that have to do with me? I am not them. You are 42. You're going to be 43 in February of this year. Why are you still holding on to over 15 years of trauma? Because this happened when he was in his 20s. Doesn't make sense. So I cut him off again. I told him, hey, I'm gonna block you for 30 days. You need to figure out what you're gonna do, because all of this stringing me along at my big age of 41, almost 42, I do not have time for the games. So that is where I'm at with him. And I think the icing on the cake for me is for Christmas, I got him some really good gifts. And do you know what he got me for Christmas? He got me a $200 Visa card that he ordered from Amazon. Had it delivered to the house that I'm living at. And I never knew. Why did he get me this gift? It would have been a better gift if he got me a teddy bear with a card. It would have been more thoughtful had he hand delivered me a gift. But to send it through Amazon to me just felt very cold. It wasn't personable. When I gave him his gifts, I gave it to him in person and I explained the reason why I got the gift. He was very impressed. You gave me this gift card. And that was just the final straw for me. So he's right now out of my life. Hopefully he shapes up because I really do like him. But guys, there's just certain things that I cannot accept. I am willing to change for the right situation. But understand, if we are dating or just mating, I'm not gonna make big changes for you or sacrifices to you until you prove to me that you're the one. So you guys already know that me and Hunter, we live together, and the owner of this house, she did extend our lease until May of this year. So Hunter has came back from his surgeries. So we did go out the other day and did some house hunting, and it was me, Hunter, and his boyfriend. And we all agreed on this house that we absolutely loved. Right now it is pending as of this video. And I am hoping he gets financed for this home, but I have decided to stay with Hunter and his boyfriend. But the more I think about this, I need scratchy. Number one, guys, my insurance rates are high. I pay $368 right now with Progressive for one car. Now, I own my car. I was going to drop it to liability, but here's the issue. In Georgia, there are more accidents than Arizona. So as we speak, I have somebody looking for a quote since my insurance quote is going by Arizona. So besides the insurance problem, there's a few options of how to get scratchy to Georgia. I can drive, but that's too far of a drive for me. It's about like 25 hours. I can do like a shipping service that's like $1,100. So I'm really trying to determine how to get my car from Phoenix to Georgia. Then I need to figure out the stuff I have in storage. I have a whole bedroom set. I have clothes. I have shoes. That has been sitting in storage since 2019. I'm paying $200 a month for things that I don't even have access to, only when I go to Arizona. And how often do I go to my storage? Not very much. It's a lot that I got going on, but yes, Hunter got a house. I'm gonna move in with him. I will give you guys the house tour. Of course, I might be sleeping on an air mattress. I don't know. I was thinking about going to Rent-A-Center or Aaron's or some other place to rent out like a TV and bedroom set, because I had these things in Arizona. I sold my TVs, but I still got the bedroom set. Because it was a 7-piece bedroom set, it may not fit in the space that I have for my room. I don't know. I need to figure this out. I'll keep you guys updated regarding the house, but that is where I'm at with my living situation this year. So just a couple days ago, it was announced from my airline that we are opening up another base. And this time it is in San Juan, Puerto Rico. Now this is the third base. The first one they announced, I believe, was Cincinnati, Cleveland, now San Juan. With the opening of these new bases, it is definitely giving turns only, and that is the problem that I am having. I did not sign up to be a flight attendant to do nothing but turns. If I wanted to do turns only, there are airlines that do that. When I got into this career, the perks of being a flight attendant was having layovers in many different destinations. Guys, I would never imagine going to Cancun, Punta Cana, San Diego, San Francisco, DC. But when you are doing turns, that takes away from that experience. Now, a lot of people may not understand, Deann, why are you opposed to turns? I'll tell you exactly why. Besides me not having a layover, it messes with my money. Left Eye once said, this is how a group can sell 10 million records and be broke. So ladies and gentlemen, get your calculators because we are going to do a little math. As of this video, I make $34.90 an hour. So the first check on the 5th is 37.5 hours. So if you multiply $34.90 by 37.50, $1,308.75. Now guys, that is what I make before per diem. Now when you're doing turns, that per diem is taxed. And I'll be very honest with you, there is not that much per diem you will make with turns. The little per diem you make in turns is not going to be as great as when you are having layovers or multi-day trips. We know my base pay at 37.5 hours is $1,308.75. Now this is how the per diem saves me on that first check. So guys, last month, my per diem was 360 hours and 2 minutes. Now, if you take that per diem and times it by $2.20, that's $792 and some change. Now, what I want you to do, because we are still doing math here, take that $792 and add $1,308.75. That is $2,100. So you see how that per diem helps? So that is why I'm able to survive. So my first check is going to have the per diem, and then the second check is the cleanup check. That is going to be another 37 and a half hours, plus any credit cards that I've sold, any tips, and also my overtime. Now, my big bills come out my second check. But before I get to the second check, I've got to have a decent first check. Now, if I'm doing turns and my per diem is 11 hours, 10 hours, 13 hours, within a month's time, I know I'm not going to get 300 and some hours in per diem. That is why it would affect my money. That means that first check is going to be smaller, and I will be depending more on that second check. Every once in a while, I will do a turn when it is a premium trip. And that is when the credit hours is double and I'm basically getting paid more money for that turn. But I'm not a turn girl. You do have flight attendants that want to be in their bed every night. I want to see the world. I want to travel. I want to get to explore that city, go to a favorite destination. I am not trying to come home every night to the same bed. And it's no shade to anybody, but that is not what I signed up for. And see, right now I'm kind of stuck because I got 4 years invested in this airline. I wanted to go back home, but I'm starting to see that Phoenix is becoming a baby Denver. And what I mean is that my seniority, if we are doing turns only, the high credit turns, I may not be able to get them because of my seniority. But I don't know what I can and cannot hold in Atlanta if we are just doing turns. The way that I'm looking at this is that it's every man for themselves when it comes to working. It's going to be very chaotic. I know I'm going to have to work a lot harder for the money that I make easily by doing multi-day trips. I know that I'm going to have to trust in God and believe that God knows what's best for me, because right now, I don't see the light at the end of the tunnel. I see nothing but roadblocks. But guys, that is the updates of what's going on. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what y'all think about what I've said. I mean, maybe y'all got tips. And maybe some of my airline friends, if you do nothing but turns, even if your airline is not a turns airline, right? Maybe you just like doing turns. Give me some pros and cons, because right now, it's not looking so good for your girl, okay? But guys, I love you for watching. Love you for your support, and we will talk later in another video. Good night.